Can I come in?
Nobody else but me is allowed in here. It's my secret hideout.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Does Sister Allegra know about this?
No, she thinks you're down in the basement, but she doesn't know for sure. So what, are you going to throw me out?
If you swear not to look at anything.
Buck, I already did. And if I close my eyes, I'm probably going to fall down.
Fine. But if you swear not to tell anybody what's down here.
Okay. So when did you find this place?
I found it a long time ago. I used to play Explorer down in the cellar, and one time I looked behind that old bookcase out there, and here it was. I know other people has come down here. There's writing on the wall. The night's my favorite, even though it's rusty.
Friends forever, friends for life, brothers united.
There were 4 boys. You can't tell what they look like, though. I guess just because the picture's too old.
Well, they were probably boys from the old orphanage.
You're right, and maybe this was their clubhouse, but I know for a fact that that was the tunnel that caved in a long time ago.
I think you're right about that. So, what do you do down here?
Well, I make believe that I'm in the club, and these 4 boys are my best buddies. And then, after we finished playing, I'd go upstairs, and there'd be my mom and dad, my real mom and dad, and Hallie's too. They'd be happy to see me, and my dad then would help me with my homework. Promise not to tell anybody that I said that.
Oh, of course not. You know, I used to do something just like that. Because I would have given anything if my father would have been around more, but he had a lot of growing up to do. Even after I was born, and he had to go away to do it, I guess. My mother did the best she could, and I really love her a lot, but without my dad around, it always felt like something was missing.
Yeah. They're pretty nice. To all of us. It's just that it's not our real home. And they're not our real parents.
Yeah, but you're lucky that you have a close relationship with your sister. You know, my brother and I, we always had problems because I used to boss him around a lot. It was like I was pretending to be my father, but my father in a bad mood, so that my brother would be as mad at me as I felt toward my dad. And of course, going around like that, you know, I didn't have any friends. I figured nobody understood me, so I wasn't even going to give him a chance. I didn't get anywhere like that.
You got to be a detective.
Oh, well, yeah, eventually, because I grew up. You know, I figured out how. But for a long time, I was in a tunnel. And I just couldn't find my way to get up into the daylight and be with the other people.
You know, I like being in a tunnel.
Well, it's okay once in a while, but it's not where you live. You know, these kids in this picture, whoever they are, they're not kids anymore. They grew up and went away. And that is what you're going to have to do, Buck. You're going to have to learn to make real friends in the real world and find a place for yourself. And if it's not there ready and waiting for you right now, don't worry, because you'll make one up. Just like I did. Because you're a smart kid.
You mean I could be a detective too?
I don't see why not. But first you got to do some other things, like grow up and finish school. And learn how to be proud of yourself. And remember, you have a real flesh and blood sister up there who really loves you. And if you want to keep being a good brother to her, you got to make sure you don't spend too much time down here playing make-believe.
I don't want Hallie to go.
I know you don't, Buck.
Hey, I admit, I've been bossy to her. But I wouldn't anymore if she'd stay.
Yeah, well, I can't make any big promises, but I have a really strong feeling that things are going to be okay for you and your sister, that you're going to be together. You might even end up with two parents to take care of you.
Who do you think they'll be?
Well, I have this picture in my mind, but their faces are kind of fuzzy, you know, like in the photograph. But they are getting clearer. The important thing, Buck, is for you to keep believing in yourself. You are not alone, and you're a good boy. By the way, how did you get that name? Buck is not really your name, is it?
No, I picked it out. Actually, my real name is Timothy.
Timothy?
But you promised not to tell anybody, right?
Oh, absolutely. My lips are sealed. Buck. Well, this is amazing. You feel like going upstairs again?